Hi guys, we are starting the first day of this class and for the semester. So I just have few things to really quickly go through. So welcome to the Introduction to Psychology. This course is Psych 1301, Section D, Spring 2018. I would like to request or ask you guys if you can um, include this course number every time you send an email in the subject line, so that because I teach multiple sections of the same course, I have a hard time figuring out, is this an online student or a regular face-to-face class student. So if you just include the letter D, or your online class student, I have a question, that would be great. Right. So as I said, the class week begins from Tuesday to Monday. So officially, we have started our first week, being Tuesday today, and I just wanted to go over real basics as if this was our first class, right? So my name, Priscilla Rose Selvaraj. Students call me Dr. Pris, assistant professor in psychology and counseling. I've gone over this before, but I have a few additional things I wanted to say. You can have a look at the PowerPoint that's just there next to you. Do you see, let me see if I can add this. Okay. Do you see a link here? This link is something that I want you to use throughout the semester, right? So make sure that you have an access to this link. This is the one that I also sent out to you and shared with you, where I asked you to include the blog name in there. So in this link, I want you to add these information. I want to know what works for you in terms of motivator, what you think is a good online class. And just make sure, a lot of students I know still have not gone and added your blog address or your Twitter name. Go do that. Include a phone number. Other than one student, I don't think anybody did that. So I want you to go and add a phone number to the Google Drive, so I can send out text messages if anything is due, or if anything where I'm like, okay, I'm available online. Let me know if you have questions. I'll send you a text. So you get that really quickly, right? So do that, and once you do that, I know some of you have already started working on your blog titled About Me, which is the blog for this week. So if you're wondering, where do I find instructions for this? Go under Module 1, where you have all the articles that I have for um, week 1 and 2. Go there, click on M1A task. The A part, Module 1A part, is where you first create a blog and create a post which is titled About Me. That is the introductory blog about you. All right. So in there, I know some of you have already done, just to get an experience of what it is like to go to an already published blog and make changes. I want you to do this. Or to those who have not yet started, I want you to include these things in your blog on About Me. Two things that people can readily identify as they see you. So something that might come to mind is appearance, right? And two things that are unique about you that people may not know until they get to know you. Few things like the achievements, or things you are fond about, or you love. Those kind of things I want you to mention in the second one, that is so special and unique to you. And I want you to include two words that describe your personality. It can be any word, but I want to see how you describe yourself. Right? And we'll talk about this. There is a reason why I'm asking you for these. All right. So here are my office hours. I know I shared this already with you. So these are my office hours. If I can highlight that, let me show. Okay, these being my office hours, this is for everyone, right? But so in these hours, I will have my phone on, I'll have my email if I'm not meeting with students. But this time, Tuesday 12 to 1 is a time when I'm going to be available to chat with you guys. I'm keeping that hour specifically taking that out of my office hour, so that I can spend time with you guys. So if you have any questions, you can do like a live chat in Canvas or in Gmail. We can have a chat, or through phone or Skype, however you want. So this time, write it down. See if you have questions, catch me at that time. And I have email and phone number that you can access. This is my cell phone number. If in case of emergency, only in case of emergency, make sure that you use and do not hesitate to call me. All right, I'm sure you would have taken time to go through your syllabus. So I'm not going to take a lot of time explaining or going through it again, but these are the three major objectives. I want to reinforce these again because as I told, this course is not something that is like any other course, right? That you would have figured out by now already. So you may you may be wondering why you are doing certain things you're doing. So I'll tell you why. To gain factual knowledge, learn about definitions, theories, and everything. That is usual, pretty common in every course that you will be enrolled in. But the second one is where you learn skills and competencies and different points of view of professionals. This is a core objective of this course, where you're learning the skills of what it is like to be a psychologist, right? So that is in higher order thinking, and higher order cognition, and that is something that I want to inculcate in all of us in the semester. Another one is to increase your level of curiosity. That is an objective of this course, to ask questions. Why is that way? Why do people behave this way? Why is my child very impulsive? And why is my spouse not happy at all? What is it about their life? What should I know that I don't know yet? We'll try to answer those questions. So you know that we don't have a textbook, right? You don't have to buy, but you will have online resources in Canvas. And as I said, there are three objectives, which each objective I have an assessment and a assignment that will help us help me know that you have got it. The first one would be to know if you have got the facts, the knowledge, the basic recall, which traditionally through exams and tests, people try to find if you know stuff. I'm going to do it using blogs, where you're going to write like an essay, but like a short, brief blog on what you have learned before. I'll talk more about it. And the second one that you'll do is experiential task, which this one is weekly, but experiential task is something that will be for each module, which is 2 weeks once you will submit what's called experiential task, and I'll tell you more about it. That is more specific ones that's directed to applying the knowledge you gain from the first one, which is your basic factual knowledge. That application part, putting your hands into it and trying to make it work, is the second one, a skill that you will learn. And the last one is blogger comments. Like if you had taken any course before, discussion forum that we use in Blackboard or Canvas is the same thing. You're going to go and comment on people's posts. So providing feedback, receiving feedback, and those things would fall under this area of, okay, now let me ask something, let me see what people respond. Those kind of things would be our third objective. All right. Okay, so content reflection, as I said, the first part, this is the most important thing. Yes, you will read all the materials. Remember, reading, when I say reading, I mean a combination of resources that I include in each week's thing in the module. Your chapter readings, the videos I post, the video links I provide, some TED Talks or documentaries, handouts, resources, all that together, that's what I call it as readings. Remember, you have to go far and beyond the reading in terms of your understanding. But when you are writing your blog, I look for what is called the quotes, citations, and examples from these readings that will tell me if you have actually digested the material, or if you understood, did you spend time looking at it. Those will help me help me know if you really did your work. All right. And this is going to be, remember, you will have to submit URL for each of your assignments. Don't forget that. And you will have until Monday midnight to submit your tasks. And I think this is all for conceptual tasks. If you have any questions, let me know. For experiential tasks, remember how the way I define experiential task is any practical hands-on experience. So for which you will be writing blog, you will do something. So remember, you will do, okay, I'm just trying to write for the first time. Do and then reflect. So this is the major part of this assignment, doing and reflecting. I will provide all the prompts, instructions, what am I looking at, what are you supposed to do. So you will write all about that, how you are connecting with that personally, what does it mean for you, and you will also talk about what does it mean in terms of the psychological concept you have learned. So you are trying to put that into practice. And URL, you will have to copy the link of the, usually it's a blog post, copy that link, or a video I might ask you to record. Copy that link and add it. And remember, you will also have a module 2 weeks time to complete each of these tests. The third one is called Blogger Comments. A Blogger, now you know, right? Blogger is the tool, the platform that we use for blogging. It is public. Anybody can see that, which means your parents can, your friends can, anyone in the, in Australia, in China, anywhere in the world, people can see your blog. So remember to make that appropriate. And also, so I did blogs, I did reflection writing before in the last semester. So this is my first time doing blog as a platform for reflection writing. Every time I had done this, where I asked students to create a portfolio, and they created a binder portfolio, right? It was something that only I and the student had an access to. And I found that they did amazing work, but only I could see it. Nobody else, no, not even their classmates, could actually see their work because it was submitted only to me. So that's when I got this idea of doing this in a larger scale, where your work is not only something that you can see and I can see, but the world can see, and your ideas and your experiences, your reflections, your thoughts can actually be disseminated to a larger audience. So that's really powerful. So that is what you will be able to do. That is what you'll be doing in blogging, and the comments that you will go and see other students blog, and you will type comments like how you do for discussion forum. I have all the instructions of how to do it. If you have not done it before, I have a document under blog related resources. And how do you get to other students' blog? I know one of you asked me this question. So there are different ways you can do that. Get to use these 3 different things to get to other students' blog, so you can read their comments. If you're using your phone, this is the best way to get to other students' blog. All right, so remember, your feedback have to be substantial. Whenever I say substantial, it means that at least it should meet the minimum requirement length, and it should be meaningful. It should be meaningful where you are giving feedback, not just saying good job, but you are doing more than that by not only providing a compliment, but also providing some constructive feedback, because that is something that you need, right? But if I just keep saying, oh, good job, you are not going to learn more. When I say, I want you to do this, Brandon, I want you to think about this, that is when you learn. So that is what I want you to do to each other too. All right. Thought provoking. Remember that you need to demonstrate your learning. Even your comments, I'm going to see your comments. That will tell me how much you have actually, how much handle you have over the subject. And once you complete your blog comments, that is not all that is required. Yes, I can go and look if you have actually done that work, but I want you to go to Canvas page in their assignments. If you click on blogger comments, it will take you to quiz. Yes, quiz. It will open quiz window where you have, I think, 4 or 5 questions, each question carrying 10 points. Each question will be in the format of a statement. You will read a statement that might be like, I have completed commenting on 2 reading blogs. You will say true or false. If you have you have commented on at least 2 students' reading blogs, you will go there and just click true. After you complete all your commenting, go open the quiz, answer true for each of those, and then you get the complete 30 points for 20 points for completing it for each module. So don't forget to do that. Only then you will get points for it, all right? Okay. So hope you're really excited about this part. This part, if you really complete this, you are guaranteed to at least get a B grade. Well, not an A, right? So what is it which is missing? Yeah, 700 points you will get here, but there is 1/3 of it remaining, which is for your participation. At least, I know I mentioned twice here. I know the work you do in blog, although I cannot see the time you have spent in it, I can see the work that you're doing, which will tell me if you have actually really logged into blog or any kind of course related material that week. And Canvas, every time you log into Canvas, I can see the time you log in and the log out, what work you've done. I can see that. So depending on the time you spend in doing the work, and that will count towards your attendance and being on time in submitting all your work. That promptness would be would be considered for 100 points. And how much open you are to learning. I know a lot of you have not used blog before, but how excited are you about trying out something new? How excited are you about trying different tasks that I give you? I would see the level of enthusiasm and the attitude and openness for your that you have for your learning, and based on that, I will give points too. You may ask, like, why is that important? Why do you care? Well, I do care because your attitude affects other learners in the class. You are all going to be contributing to each other's energy, each other's learning. You will share this platform together. So if one of you is not in the right attitude, that will have a ripple effect in the whole group. So I do want to award by giving points for the kind of work you do and the level of energy you have in the class. All right. The last one would be the amount of feedback you give and your participation in research that's yet to come. Yeah, I also mentioned about extra tasks. You have makeup task opportunities where you can do certain tasks, which is very similar to experiential tasks. It may be like watch a TED talk and write a blog on it, or it can just be like go and interview someone. Yeah, so very similar to experiential tasks. If you are not going to make it, like you say you're moving that whole week, you don't have internet access, you cannot really work on your blog that week. If because you're missing the learning that occurred that week, you will have to do the makeup task that will actually let you not lose too many points and make up for the points that you lost. Make sense? So I will, for pre-approved absences, still you need to do the blog. I mean, additional extra task. Sometimes, I mean, those are things that you need to do yourself. Just email me and say, I know I've not done a good work this week. I want to do extra credit so that I don't miss any points. Or I'm going to play soccer for the university and I will not be able to be there for the next week, which is a pre-approved excuse. But still, you will have to complete an extra credit task. Because just remember this, you don't have extra credit or makeup task in the end of the semester. How did you find out that you are getting a D in the course and you have missed a lot of things, missed a lot of points, and you won't have anything to make up for your points then. You can make up along the way, but not in the end. So make sure, just if you want to be sure, okay, what if I'm not able to do what, in a different week? Let me do a makeup task now. So I'm really sure that for every module until I reach April, I'm good. So even if I miss a few things, I'm good there, right? So just make sure that you're doing it. This is the end of it where you are actually this module 1, which has your week 1 and your week 2 together, becomes your module 1, right? So this week is just an introductory week. We went over the syllabus, we went over the course. You will read about each other's about me, and you will have time in this one to go and comment on other people. About me section, you will also get a chance to comment on their interest area blog, which would be a second week's blog. This one is your interest in psychology, the field. You will write a blog on that. This is about me blog. So once you finish that, you will also have a chance to go and comment on all these. And the first one is not due until next Monday, and the second task, all these together, is not due until Jan 29th. So get everything done. Don't wait until the last minute. If you have any questions, feel free to email me. Just remember to mention that you are from the online class. All right? Okay, take care.